I think that it is the right time to get back into the competition. Are you ready for the next round?
All right, but before we get into that, let's congratulate our 3 remaining teams for making it this far in the competition. You've showcased incredible knowledge and teamwork. Let's give a big round of applause to these exceptional finalists.
All right, now we are about to enter sub-round 3, Artifact Hunt. This round is all about observation skills and speed, but before we dive into the mechanics, let's start. Yes, understood. We're well on our way.
Everyone, we have an emergency.
There's chaos in the command center, and we've urgently been called in.
Okay, please just hold for a moment and stay right where you are.
Please stay where you are. We will be right back.
Good morning, judges, delegates, and audience. My name is Kritin Shanprapab. First of all, I would like to congratulate our final 3 teams for making it this far. As you might have seen me in earlier rounds of the competition or in the opening ceremony, yes, I am the director of the Global Control Center, or GCC. As you all know, this pathogen is extremely dangerous. I once had a friend. Before he succumbed to the infection, she entrusted me to 3 extraordinary artifacts. He said that I should entrust these artifacts to people who I deemed able, capable enough to reclaim this world back from this outrageous, abominable pathogen. You must be confused. Let my colleagues explain.
Welcome to Sub-Round 3, the Artifact Hunt Round. This sub-round is a series of mini-games designed to determine the special items that teams can use to gain strategic advantages in Sub-Round 4. There are 3 mini-games in total, and 3 special items available. Each mini-game corresponds to one specific item. Once a mini-game begins, all teams may press the answer button at any time. Once any team presses the button, the minigame immediately pauses, and the team must give their answer out loud immediately within 3 seconds.
If the team answers correctly and is the first to do so, they receive the item associated with that minigame. If the answer is wrong, the countdown timer continues, and other teams may steal by pressing the button to answer. Teams will receive these items based on their performance in Sub-Round 3. Remember that each team can receive a maximum of 2 items. And that's Sub-Round 3. Let the mini-games begin.
My role today is to lead you through 3 high-stakes missions, each giving one of the 3 extraordinary items. Remember, these items have the power to twist and bend the rules of the game to make sure that your team comes out on top. But before we go further into round 3, let me clarify rules regarding sub-round 4. All the scores you've gained from sub-rounds 1 and 2 are set to 0. In sub-round 4, there will be 7 patient case scenarios, each with 3 sub-questions. What's special about sub-round 4 is that each of these questions are split with their information split into 3 parts. And these pieces of information are revealed at specific time points. So, for example, the first piece of information appears after the question is revealed. After 30 seconds, the second piece of information is revealed. And after 1 minute, the third piece of information is revealed. Now, to be eligible for a score, your team must answer within the allotted 2 minutes. Each patient case scenario is worth 15 points, and each sub-question is worth 5 points. Teams only have 1 chance to answer in this round. Now that we're clear regarding the rules in sub-round 4, let's dive deeper into the card mechanics. First of all, resuscitate. This card allows you to submit one additional answer. It gives you another chance, basically. But scores received are halved to 50%. Any decimal points are rounded up. Secondly, adrenaline shot. This item increases your team's score by 20% in a given patient case scenario. Any decimal points are rounded down. And finally, sneak peek. This item allows you to see pieces of information 15 seconds before the other teams do. So, now that we're clear on the card mechanics, I must clarify that each team is allowed to have a maximum of 2 items. Now, remember, these items are incredibly crucial to our final round. Sharp observation, art, and speed are absolutely essential for you to come out on top. And therefore, there must be strategy. So, I shall give you guys 2 minutes to plan out a strategy for this next round, starting from now. So, without further ado, staff, please start the timer. A lot of conversations going on the stage. The atmosphere is clearly very tense. Ten seconds. Time's up. Now that you've had time to discuss, let's move on to our first and second mission, Jigsaw Board 5x5. Listen carefully. Here are the details. In this mission, I will allow the audience to pick a tile, and that tile shall be revealed. Under the tile shall be an image of something related to a pathogen. The teams must answer correctly to gain the items associated with this round. The items associated being resuscitate and adrenaline shot. Tiles will continue to be revealed until a team believes they know the answer and presses the buzzer. So please, let's test our buzzers first, starting off with BU01. Quick press. Thank you very much. CU02 and BU02. Thank you very much. We definitely know that one's working. Right. After you press the buzzer, you must answer into the microphone within 3 seconds. So let's start with BU02 this time. Tell me what you had for breakfast this morning. BU02. Very deeply engaged in the conversations. Can you please test the microphone for us, please? BU02.
Check BU02.
Thank you very much. CU02, can you tell me the buses that you took this morning?
Hello.
Okay, thank you very much. And BU01, can you please tell me the city from which you're from?
Malang.
Malang. Magnificent. All right. So now that all the microphones are known to be working, let's move on to our delicate rules. If your team answers correctly, you shall receive the associated item. If you answer incorrectly, other teams can buzz in to steal. If no one answers at all within the allotted time, or everyone answers incorrectly, the item is then skipped and no one shall receive it. There will be 3 minutes on the timer for you guys to answer the question. The buzzer stops the timer, so when you answer, the timer is paused. And if no one answers within these 3 minutes, once again, the item is skipped and we shall move on to the next mission. Are there any questions whatsoever? Please feel free to ask, because I will not give you time after this. Well then, if there are absolutely no questions, staff, please reveal our first board. And our first member of audience, please.
Can you pick one card?
Number 13.
Number 20, staff, please reveal tile number 20.
13.
13. Then let's do 13 first.
One board, please. 8.
8. I'm getting old. My ears are getting bad. 8. Staff, number 8, please. Can any of you answer yet? Please feel free to press the buzzer. Next member of the audience,
you
please.
choose
Next
one?
tile.
Number 22.
Oh, yes, BU01.
Plasmodium falciparum.
Plasmodium falciparum. And is Plasmodium falciparum correct? And our first item, an absolute miracle after 2 tiles, resuscitate, goes to BU01. Wow, what gave it away?
The alkyl ring on the RBC.
I see. Wow. I would not be able to tell. I need to really revise on my medicine. Anyways, BU01 receives resuscitate. Well done, BU01. Wow. Now we move on then to our second mission. Staff, please. Right there is our next board. So, audience, first tile, which one?
Big D. Okay.
15, right?
14.
14.
14.
Staff, please reveal tile number 14. Ooh. Yes, BU02.
Sporotrix Kenki.
Excuse me?
Sporotrix Kenki.
Sporotrix Keki. That's not correct, unfortunately. Now, please, reveal our next tile.
One board, please.
Which one?
13.
13, not 30. 13. Right. Tile number 13. Staff, please reveal tile number 13. Ooh. Yes, CU02.
Thalalomyces manifold.
Excuse me?
Thalalomyces.
Ooh, unfortunately incorrect. Now back to the tile revealing. Staff, please reveal our next tile.
Next one, please.
First, 1.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Ooh, yes,
there.
BU02.
Sporotrichosis, maybe?
Sporotrix. Oh! And our second item, adrenaline shot, goes to BU02. Well done. Wow. Wow. How much? It looked very similar to the other one, right? How do you guys know?
Because we and we read the job. And it's just like the pattern and the staining in Murray. I remember the image, so yeah, I just can answer it.
Medical school at BU must be really good. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. Wow. Everyone seems to know their things. So, after 2 rounds of this lousy jigsaw board, you guys might be starting to get quite rather bored of what we're doing on here. So, let me provide another new mission then. So, staff, please get ready for our third mission, blend. Now, this final mission is associated with our final item, sneak peek. Listen, here are the rules. For this round, the game is very simple. I shall be revealing a picture comprising of multiple organisms. It is your team's job to list every single organism, every single pathogen, at least down to the genus level. So, the rules are as usual. If you answer correctly, you shall gain our final item, sneak peek. If you answer incorrectly, other teams shall be able to answer and steal. You shall not be able to answer again until every single other team has already answered. If no one answers correct, the item is skipped and no one receives the item. I shall give you 3 minutes. The buzzer once again pauses when you choose to answer. And finally, if no one answers within these 3 minutes, the item is skipped. So, does anyone have any questions regarding the competition in this round? If there are no questions, then staff, please reveal our blend. A lot of creative figures. Yes, PU01!
Gnatostoma spinigerum and Taenia solium.
Staff, is that correct? Not yet. Yes! CU02!
Gnathostoma, Tinea ascaris, and Angiostronchylus.
Staff. And our final item has been taken! Wow! Sneak peek goes to 002! Well done, well done, well done! Wow. I don't know what to ask, really. I don't know what to ask. How do you guys revise for this?
We just tried our best and, do it.
Really, an image memory, something that I really do want. Anyways, finally, sneak peek goes to CU02. Well done. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, every single item has now been given out. So, a quick recap. Resuscitate goes to BU01. Sneak peek goes to CU02. And finally, adrenaline shot goes to BU02. And now, with all the items being given out, my role here is complete. So, I would like to thank all of you for being such great participants, and I wish you the best of luck in reclaiming our world from the shadows of disease. Well done.
Sorry to keep you waiting. We just received an urgent update from the Central Command. A patient with a CNS infection just escaped from the ward.
Where is he? What does he look like?
He's an average height male, probably not very old, and he's stolen a doctor's coat to blend in. Have any of you seen him?
Have any of you seen him?
Have you seen it?
Any of you? At all?
Have you seen him?
Oh, there he is. Don't let him get away.
Oh, you little rascal! I got him! I got him! All of you, take care of this! I'll take it back to Central Command!
That was a close one, but at least he helped us get the job done.
Yeah, I believe each team has now acquired its own weapons and strategies.
I think so too. The next round is going to be so fun! If everyone is ready, I think we can now move on to the last sub-round of the competition, the last trial!
That's right, then staff, please play the video explaining the rules of this sub-round.
Fourth sub-round, or the last trial. This is the last sub-round, which is a team-based competition. Each team competes for 7 patient scenarios, each with 3 short answer questions. Each patient case has a time limit of 2 minutes. Scores are reset from the beginning of this sub-round.
The sequence of play in each scenario is shown below. Before each case starts, some of the patient information will be shown on the screen and be read aloud by the Master of Ceremonies. There is a 20-second period provided for each team to decide whether they will use the special item received from sub-round 4.3 or not. Contestants are allowed to use only one special item per team per patient case. Once the special item has been used, it cannot be used again for any other cases. If this 20-second period is over, contestants are not allowed to use any special items additionally. Before the timer starts in each patient case, all 3 sub-questions will appear on screen and be read aloud by the Master of Ceremonies. When the first part of information appears on the screen, the timer starts. Typing and submitting the answers are allowed only after the timer begins.
All 3 questions must be submitted simultaneously, and each team can answer only once per scenario. Each patient case has a time limit of 2 minutes. In this time limit, the information and sub-questions appear on the screen at a specific time point. Once a team answers, the timer will stop. The judges review the answers and give points. The scenario ends if all questions are correctly answered or the timer runs out. Additional case information will appear on screen at a specific time point. The 2-minute countdown timer begins after the first part of information appears, and teams are allowed to type and submit their answers. With 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, the second part of information appears on screen. With 1 minute remaining, the last, which is the third part of information, appears on screen.
The first team that submits the answer within a 2-minute period will have a chance to receive the score, and the countdown timer will be stopped. If this team answers correctly for all sub-questions, they will receive a full score for that patient case. However, if there are any sub-questions which are answered incorrectly, the countdown timer will continue, and other teams can steal or submit the answer for these remaining sub-questions. Each patient case will be done when all sub-questions are answered correctly or the 2-minute period is over.
For example, if Team A submits the answer first, Team A has to answer all 3 sub-questions at once. In this scenario, the Team A only answer questions 1 and 2 correct. Therefore, 10 points are granted to this team. Subsequently, Team B submits the answer in the second order. Team B has to answer the sub-question that still remains unanswered. In this case, it's the question 3. Team B answers question 3 wrong, and they get no points. Suddenly, Team C submits the answer in the third order. Team C has to answer the sub-question that still remains unanswered. In this case, it's the question 3. Team C answers question 3 correctly, and they get points. If all questions are answered correctly, then the judge will declare the end of that scenario.
After completing each case, the correct answers will be revealed on screen, followed by an optional challenge phase during which teams may raise objections under the judge's discretion. The team with the highest score in this sub-round will be crowned as the champion of SIMPIC 2026.
For the better understanding, I think we should wrap up the rules for this sub-round yet again, as there are some aspects that have not been covered yet. The answering system for the sub-round remains the same. You can answer the questions by typing them into the answer box on the Surface device, but with the condition that all answers must be submitted simultaneously again, and each team can submit the answer button only once per patient case. All teams can view the question on the monitor at your station, and the timer will be on the screen in front of you. Once a team has submitted the answer, the other teams must stop typing.
But please pay attention. Each patient case has a time limit of 2 minutes. In the time limit, the information and sub-questions appear on the screen at a specific time point. At 2 minutes, 1 minute and 30 seconds, and 1 minute left for 3 parts of patient information accordingly. Let me note that if the question is already answered by the prior team, you then blank out the space for that question and type the answer for the remaining question and press submit.
The rest are the same as of sub-round 2. Submitted answer after the timer runs out will be counted as a foul, and if the answer is submitted, it cannot be changed. Delegates, please do not exit or close the submitting window. In case of any technical difficulties, please notify the examiner staff who are standing right behind you and press the buzzer to let us know. You may also use the answer sheet placed at the top left corner of your table to write down your answer and submit it to the nearest staff immediately. There won't be any extra time for your team if you don't let the examiner know within the time frame. Microphones are also placed in front of each team in case of communications with the MC or the audience. Please do not turn on the microphones unless you wish to speak out loud.
And please remember to write clearly and legibly, as the judge will evaluate your answers based on what is written on the sheet. And please note that all judges' decisions are final.
All right, does anyone have any questions regarding the rules and agreements of this sub-round? All right, it seems not.
All right, then I believe everyone has a better understanding of this system since they have already played in sub-round 4.2. And as we have had the chance to play, we will be moving on with a practice scenario. Staff, please proceed into the practice question.
Attention participants, we are now moving on to the practice scenario. Let's see the chief information of this case. Staff, please share us the chief information. A 21-year-old university student present with fever, sore throat, and difficulty swallowing for 3 days.
All right, but before we get into that, let's check with each team to see if they would like to use a special item that they have acquired. Remember that for this practice scenario, you can use a special item and it won't be counted as used for the real scenarios. You now have 20 seconds to make a decision, starting now.
I would like to remind you that if you would like to use a special item in the practice scenario, it will not be counted as used in the real scenario. I repeat, if you would like to try it out, it will not be counted.
It won't be counted in the real scenario. You can try it.
It seems that Team BU01 would like to try out. What is that? Resuscitate?
Resuscitate.
All right. If you would like to try it out, please raise it above your head so we can see it very clearly.
All right, and it seems TCU02 would also like to use their special item. All right, please raise your special item up if you would like to use it. Okay. All right, it seems only 2 teams would like to use it, and this is a summary. We have Team BU01 using Resuscitate, CU02 using Sneak Peek, and BU02 would not use an item yet.
Yes, can we please see what each item does? Okay, so Resuscitate would give you 1 additional life, so 1 extra chance to answer if you do get it wrong, and Sneak Peek allows you to view information early by 15 seconds. And if everyone is ready, let's see the sub-questions of this scenario now. Question 1. What is the most likely causative pathogen in this case? Question 2. What virulence factor of this organism is primarily responsible for adherence to the pharyngeal epithelium and resistant to phagocytosis? And question 3. Name 1 non-suppurative complication that may occur after this infection. All right, and the timer for this question will be starting right now. Uh-oh, it looks like a team has submitted the answer. I wonder who it is.
All right, let's see. And it is Team
BU01.
All right, let's wait for the judges' decisions on their answers.
Yes, let's wait for a little while.
The answers for sub-question 1 is correct. The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right. right, congratulations for the one correct answer. But since there are 2 questions remaining unanswered correctly, we shall resume the scenario and the timer will resume right now.
One minute and 30 seconds left. The next information is revealed. Oh, it looks like a team has submitted the answer. Let's take a look.
Indeed. And it is Team CuO2. All right.
Let's wait for the judge's decision.
The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is correct.
All right, since there is still 1 question remaining unanswered, we shall resume the scenario and the timer should resume now.
Oh, it seems a team has submitted their
Yes,
answer
and it
once
is
again.
BuO2 with the
All
answer
right.
protein M.
Let's
I
wait
wonder
for
what
the
the judges
judges.
have to say.
The answers for sub-question 2 is correct.
Congratulations!
All right, so it seems all 3 questions of this set have been answered.
Yes, and with that being said, we shall see the correct answers for this practice scenario, and it is... For question 1, Streptococcus pyogenes, or group A Streptococcus. For question 2, M protein. And for question 3, acute rheumatic fever or post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis. All right. And, thank you, judges, for providing the answer keys. But for this practice question, we may not let everyone appeal to the answer key for the sake of simplicity. But after the real scenario ends, everyone is allowed to challenge the judge's decision after the answers are revealed.
That is right, and I believe the scoreboard is now ready. So staff, please show us the long-awaited scoreboard.
Yes, the scoreboard for this practice scenario, and this is how it will look like in the real scenario.
Exactly, and if you take a look here, we have 7 cases, so hang on tight and keep those neurons firing.
Indeed, Hussein. Then we shall proceed.
That is right. I think everyone is used to the rules now and knows how to play this sub-round. So without further ado, staff, please proceed into the real question. Scenario 1. Attention participants, we are now moving on to the real scenario. You will be given the sheaf information.
And the sheaf information is on the screen.
A 55-year-old man presented with tinnitus at his right ear and numbness on the right side of his face for 3 weeks.
All right, if any team would like to use their special item, please do so now by pressing the buzzer in front of you, and you have 20 seconds to decide, starting right now. All right, please raise it until the timer ends. And Team BuO2 would like to use, what is that saying?
Adrenaline shot. So as you can see here,
Alright.
we have Team BuO2 using adrenaline shot for the first scenario.
Can
Let's
we
take a
please
look
see?
at what that does.
Yes, indeed. An adrenaline shot gives you 20% additional points if you do get it correct. All right.
That is right.
With that
being
being
said, let's take a look at these sub-questions. 1. What subfamily does this microorganism belong to? 2. What is the primary receptor of this pathogen? 3. What are 3 oncoproteins that should be detected in the biopsy tissue? The timer begins right now.
Uh-oh, it looks like a team has submitted the answer. I wonder which team it is.
All right, and it is Team
BuO1. But apparently they did not answer all 3 questions. And according to the SIMPIC rulebook, you would need to answer all 3 questions before submitting.
That is right. Unfortunately, you have to answer all 3 questions.
And therefore,
Let us
we
see what.
shall wait a little while for the decision.
That
of the
is right.
staff.
Let's wait patiently.
You know, all right, we may have to. Unfortunately, we cannot give you scores for this question.
Yes, we
as
sincerely
you will-
apologize as
yes.
all 3 questions have to be answered.
Yes, please be reminded yet again that if you would like to answer, please answer all 3 questions, or your answer will not be counted.
All right, with that
Alright.
being said, we will resume the scenario.
Yes, and the timer for the scenario should resume right now. Oh, it looks like another team has submitted the answer. I wonder who it is.
Let's take a look, and it is team BUO2.
And they have not submitted all 3 answers yet again.
Unfortunately, this is another foul, as not all 3 answers have been submitted.
Yes, please, delegates, if you would like to submit an answer, please submit all 3 questions in order for your answers to be counted, or you will be marked as incorrect.
That is
Please
right.
take note.
I repeat, please answer all 3 questions before submitting.
All right, since there are still questions left unanswered and a team that still has the chance to answer, we shall resume the scenario, and the timer should resume starting right now.
1 minute and 30 seconds left. The next information is revealed.
One minute remaining. Please reveal the last information. Thirty seconds remaining. Five seconds remaining. And the last team has submitted the answer, and it is team CUO2. They have answered all 3 questions. Let us wait for the judge's decision. And in the meanwhile, I would like to repeat yet again, if you would like to submit an answer, please submit all 3 questions for your answers to be counted.
That is right.
The answers for sub-question 1 is wrong. The answer for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right, quite unfortunate. I see, but since there are no teams left that could... Wait, I think that did a team use resuscitate, or am I mistaken?
I think you might be mistaken,
I
but
see.
unfortunately for this case and scenario, no team was able to attain any points. So with that being said, we will be taking a look at the answer key.
Yes, the scenario is officially over, and the answers are right up there.
All right, so these are the answers. 1, gamma herpes viridae. 2, CR2 complement receptor 2 or CD21. And 3, EBNA1 and LMP1 and LMP2.
All right.
All right, if any teams would like to challenge, you may now do so by pressing on the buzzer.
Please press on the buzzer if you would like to challenge. If not, we shall proceed into the scoreboard. All right, and it should be up right there.
All right, so we are still at the same score level, but not to worry, we have 6 more scenarios coming right up.
Yes, with that being said, let's start anew. Don't fret, everyone, and we shall proceed into the second scenario. Scenario number 2. Staff, please show us the chief information. Please show us the chief information. A 19-year-old man is brought to the ER with the symptoms of sudden fever, confusion, and collapse. All right.
All right, and another reminder that with the 3 sub-questions, if one team has already answered some of the questions, when you submit once again, you do not have to answer the questions once again. For example, if Team 1 has answered for the first sub-question, Team 2, when they submit again, they do not have to answer the first sub-question. All right, as that reminder is given, now we will be designating time for the special item.
And the timer for the special items should start right now.
And another reminder to not leave your questions blank. Remember that leaving a question blank would lead to a foul.
Yes, indeed.
You have 5 seconds to choose your special item.
Time is up. It looks like no one is going to use a special item. Therefore, I shall proceed into the sub-questions. Question 1. What is the most likely causative agent of this patient case? Question 2. What is the specific virulence factor of this causative agent that exerts its effect through NF-kappa B signaling? And question 3, if the patient subsequently develops hyponatremia, hyperkalemia, and hypoglycemia, what complications should be suspected? And the timer for this question should start now.
One minute and 30 seconds left. The next information is given.
Uh-oh, it looks like a team has submitted the answer. I'm excited to see who it is.
That is right, and the team is
CuO2, which has left the middle question blank. All right, I would like to repeat yet again that if you would like to receive scores, please answer all 3 sub-questions before submitting. I repeat, please answer all 3 sub-questions before submitting.
That is right. All right, since there are still questions left unanswered, we will be resuming.
Yes, and the timer should resume right now. Oh, it looks like another team submitted their answers.
All right, let's take a look.
All right, this counts. All right. And
right.
it is Team BU01.
Let's wait for the judge's decision.
The answers for sub-question 1 is correct.
All right.
The
Congratulations.
answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right, seeing as we still have questions left unanswered, we will be resuming, and the timer will resume now. 1 minute left, the last information is revealed.
All right, another team has submitted an answer. Although I would like to remind everyone to please submit a legitimate answer. And yet again, please submit an answer for all 3 sub-questions in order for your answers to be counted. Please. All right, we shall wait a little while.
All right. It seems that there might be a bit of a confusion happening.
All right, please, delegates, I would like to make it clear yet again that for your answers to be counted, please submit answers, legitimate answers for all 3 questions.
That is right. We can take a look at the answers here. If you would like to leave them blank, you have to write something down.
Yes, and please write something that is legitimate.
That is right. I repeat, do not leave any answers blank.
Yes. All right, since there are no teams that are able to answer, we shall proceed into the answer key. All right, the answer for question 1 is Neisseria meningitis. Question 2 is lipo-oligosaccharide or LOS. And question 3 is Waterhouse-Friderichsen syndrome or hemorrhagic adrenalitis.
That is right.
Yes, and therefore we shall see.
But if any teams would like to challenge, you may do
I
so.
think we may want to see what the delegates have answered yet again.
That is right.
But all right, since we have already seen that, we shall see if any team would like to challenge. If you would like to challenge, please press the buzzer in front of you.
Okay, it seems not. It seems like no teams would like to challenge. All right, and we are at the
Therefore-
second out of 7 scenarios. I repeat, we are on the second scenario out of 7.
Yes, let me repeat yet again that if from now on, if you would like to submit an answer, please submit an answer for all 3 sub-questions, a legitimate answer, in order for your answers to be counted. Please. All right. Therefore, we shall move on to the scoreboard.
All right, congratulations. We currently have team BU01 on the lead with 5 points.
Yes, indeed.
All right, with that being said, we will now be moving on into case scenario number 3. Attention participants, we are moving on to the 3rd scenario. Let us see the chief information. A 35-year-old man presented with a slowly enlarging painless subcutaneous nodule on his right thigh, noticed for 2 months, along with intermittent headaches and episodes of confusion over the past week.
All right, would any team like to use their special items? If you would like to do so, the timer for the special items will start now. Time is up.
All right, it seems like no team would like to use a special item, so now we will be moving on to the sub-questions. 1. What is the most likely stage of the organism found in the patient? 2. What is the proliferating form of the disease in the subarachnoid space? 3. Which specific structure of the organism seen on neuroimaging definitively identifies the cause of the infection? And the timer starts now.
1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Uh-oh, it looks like a team has submitted the answer.
All right, let's take a look. And it is team BUO2. Let's wait for the judge's decision.
All right, let's wait a little while.
The answers for sub-question 1 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right, quite unfortunate, but since there are three questions left unanswered and the 2 teams that can still answer, we shall resume the scenario and the timer should resume right now.
Oh, it seems like a team has submitted the answer, and that team is CUO2. All right, let's wait for the judge's evaluation.
The answers for sub-question 1 is correct. The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is correct.
Congratulations for the 2 correct answers. But since there is still 1 question that's unanswered, we shall resume the scenario and the timer should resume right now. 30 seconds remaining. Five seconds remaining. All right, and another team has submitted the answer.
All right, let's take a look. And the team is BUO1.
All right, let's wait for the judges to review the answers.
The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong.
All right, unfortunately, since there are no teams that have the ability to answer, now we shall announce the end of the scenario.
With that being said, let's take a look at the answer key. All right, 1, larva stage or Cysticercus cellulose. 2. Rasmos neurocysticercosis. 3. Scolex.
All right.
If any teams would like to challenge, now is the time to do so, and you can press the buzzer right now. All right, it seems no teams would like to challenge, so with that being said, we will move on into the scoreboard. All right.
The team that is currently in the lead is CUO2 with a total of 10 points.
Followed by BUO1 with 5 points.
That is right. And then team BUO2 with 0 points. But don't worry, there are how many scenarios left, Sain?
There are 4 scenarios left, so the tides can very much still turn.
Yes, indeed. With that being said, we shall proceed into the next scenario. Scenario number 4. All right, staff, please show us the chief information. A 60-year-old man presents with dizziness. From physical examination, blood pressure 80 to 50 millimeters of mercury and heart rate at 120 per minute.
All right, and now is the time for you to decide if you would like to use a special item. You have 20 seconds starting now. Time is up. It seems no one would like to use a special item.
Right. Since that is the case, we shall proceed into the real scenario, the sub-questions. Question 1, name this life-threatening condition. Question 2, which receptor responds to the causative agent through an antibody-independent mechanism in this patient? And question 3, which laboratory test is used to confirm this diagnosis? And the timer for this question will be starting right now.
Uh-oh, it seems a team has submitted the answer. Let's take a look
And
and
it
see
is
which
team
team.
CUO2 with all 3 questions answered,
All right, let's wait for the judge's decision.
The answers for sub-question 1 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right, that is quite unfortunate.
That is right, but we still have 3 questions left unanswered, so the information will resume and the timer will resume starting right now. One minute and 30 seconds left. Next information is shown. One minute remaining, and the last information is shown. It seems a team has answered. Let's take a look and see who it is.
And it is BUO1 with all 3 questions answered.
All right, let's wait for the judge's evaluation.
The answers for sub-question 1 is correct.
Congratulations to team BUO1.
Congratulations indeed.
The
That is
answers for
right.
sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right, since there are 2 questions remaining unanswered, we shall resume. And the timer should resume starting now.
Wow. 25 seconds left.
All right, a team has submitted the answer. Guess who?
And it is team
BUO2. All right, let's wait for the judge's decision.
The answer for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answer for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right, it seems that there are still 2 unanswered questions. However, all teams have answered. So with that being said, we need to end the scenario.
Yes, and therefore we shall see the correct answers for the scenario. Question 1, anaphylaxis or systemic anaphylaxis or anaphylactic shock. Question 2, MRG PRX2. And question 3, tryptase or serum tryptase. All right, if any team would like to challenge to the answer key, please do so by pressing the buzzer in front of you. It seems not.
All right, it seems the teams do not want to challenge. So with that being said, we will now open the scoreboard.
Oh my
What happened?
goodness! It seems like the pathogen has been found invading the field, attacking the scoreboards. How unfortunate! In order to retrieve the scoreboard back, we must proceed to find the winner who can come up with the treatment so that the final score can be shown during the closing ceremony. Please stay tuned.
That is right. So if you take a look at the scoreboard right now, it is currently blanked out and we can only see the last digits of the scores.
Yes, indeed, Saint. I wonder what these zeros mean. Does it mean 0? Does it mean 10, 1,000, 100?
We never know. It could be 1,000,000 for all we know. So with that being said, we will now move on to the next case, case number 5.
Yes, indeed. Can we please have it on the screen? Let's wait a little while. I think that we may experience a slight delay, but the next scenario should be up now.
Attention participants, we are now at scenario number 5. With that being said, let's take a look at the sheaf information. A 67-year-old man presented with fever, acute confusion, tremor, and progressive limb weakness for 2 days.
All right, if any team would like to use their special item, please do so by pressing the button in front of you, and the timer for the special item usage will start now. If you would like to use a special item, please raise it above your head. If not, we shall proceed, Sane.
All right, then let's take a look at the sub-questions. 1. What is the most likely causative agent in this patient case? 2. What is the natural host of this causative agent? 3. List 2 viruses that belong to the same genus and share the similar natural host and vector as this virus. The timer starts now.
Uh-oh, it looks like a team has submitted the answer. I wonder who it is.
All right, and it is team
CUO2 without 3 questions answered. So, unfortunately, the answers are...
All right, unfortunately, this is another foul.
All right, right, quite unfortunate indeed. But there are still two teams that are still able to answer, therefore we should resume the scenario, and the timer should resume starting now. 'All right,
All
a
right,
team
it
has
seems-
submitted.
That is right, and the team is
BUO2.
Let's wait for the judge's decision.
Yes, we shall wait.
The answers for sub-question 1 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right, quite unfortunate, but there are still 3 questions left unanswered. Therefore, we shall resume the scenario, and the time is resumed starting now.
1 minute and 30 seconds left.
One minute remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. Five seconds remaining. And another team has submitted the answer. Guess who?
Team BUO1. Let's wait for the judge's decision.
The answers for sub-question 1 is wrong.
All right, unfortunately, the answer is wrong.
The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
With that being said, we can now proceed into the answer key. 1. West Nile virus, WNV. 2. Birds or wild birds. 3. St. Louis encephalitis virus or SLEV, Japanese encephalitis virus or JEV, Usudu virus or USUV. With that being said, if any teams would like to challenge, you may do so now by pressing on the buzzer.
All right, it seems not. I'm not sure if the scoreboard is ready yet, Zane. After all,
Since this is the 5th case, I think it might take some time.
Yes, and apparently the scoreboard is infected with a pathogen
That is right.
which caused us to be able to, and that is...
There it is. Once again, infected, so we can't see the actual score, unfortunately.
Yes, we can see the last digit though. Everyone is free to take a few guesses as to what their scores are.
That is right. And as we have finished case 5, we will be proceeding into case 6.
All right, scenario number 6. Can we please have the chief information on the screen? I would like to have the chief information. And that is, a 35-year-old female presents with fever, cough, and shortness of breath. All right. If any team would like to use a special item, please do so now. .
1 All right, we have team CuO2 raising up. And BuO1 as well.
Right.
Please keep your special items raised up for the judges to see.
I am not sure if CuO2 has already used it. Am I
All right,
mistaken?
as you can see here,
Oh, I
CuO2 will be using Sneak Peek and BuO1 will be using Resuscitate. Let's take a look and see what these items do.
All right. Can we please see what these special items do, please?
All right, so for BuO1, 1 additional life will be given with Resuscitate, and for CuO2, Sneak Peek gives them 15 seconds of early information being revealed.
All right, with that over with, we shall proceed into the sub-questions. Question 1, identify the most likely organism responsible for this infection. Question 2, classify this organism based on its response to temperature changes. Question 3, what is the primary environmental reservoir for this organism? And the timer for this question should start right now. Uh-oh, it looks like his team has submitted the answer, Sane.
All right, let's take a look, and it is team BuO2. Let's wait for the judges' evaluation.
Yes, let's hold on tight and hang on tight. It's a roller coaster here.
That is right, and they have given us all the answers.
Indeedy.
The answer for sub-question 1 is wrong. And sub-question 2 is also wrong. 3 is also wrong.
All right, quite unfortunate for BuO2, but since there are still 3 questions left unanswered and 2 teams, we shall proceed and resume the scenario starting now.
One minute and 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining.
All right, it looks like a team has submitted the answer.
All right, let's take a look and see which team. It is team CuO2.
All right, I hear a lot of cheers from the audience. Let's see what the judges have to say and if CuO2 will be cheering as well.
The answer of sub-question 1 is correct. And of course, the second is not correct. And the third one is not correct either.
See, unfortunate, but congratulations for the correct answer.
That is right, and we still have 2 unanswered questions, so the scenario will resume and the timer will resume now. Thirty seconds left.
Ada kaitan sama chicken.
Five seconds remaining. and the team has submitted the answer.
All right, and the team is BU01.
Yes, let's wait.
The sub question, sub answer two, right, is correct. But unfortunately, the third one is incorrect. Maybe I should give some lecture.
Congratulations for the...
It's always B.
All right, let's wait for a while. We shall
right.
wait while the
Please
judges
wait
discuss
patiently.
on their decision.
And a friendly reminder that BU01 is using resuscitate, which means they are
Yes.
still able to answer one more time.
Oh, but watch out, you have 7 seconds left.
That is right, 7 seconds.
Yes, 7 seconds. Very short time indeed.
Yes, but I believe 7 seconds is just the right amount of time for them
Yes,
to cook something
indeed.
up.
But you know, apart from the spotlight that is very blinding in my eyes right now, you know what else is blinding? Our delegates. They are shining with brilliance and intelligence.
I can really feel the determination and motivation coming off of them.
Indeed, Saint, I can feel it too. I'm getting goosebumps.
All right.
That's all right. With that being said, Team BU01 still has resuscitate. Therefore, you have 3 seconds left. Please do so now. And time is up. All right.
All right, it seems there is a bit of a technical difficulty. Please wait shortly.
Yes, please hang on tight. Continuing where I was speaking of, I'm getting goosebumps, you know, from this competition. It's so heated, I'm literally sweating here. I don't know if it's because of the very blinding lights of this auditorium or it's from the blaze of our competitors right here.
I'm also very glad to hear some exciting cheers from the audience. It seems they are very much in support of the 3 final teams up on stage.
Yes, I'm sure everyone has a team in their heart that they are cheering on for and would like to win today. And I am excited as well to see which one of our finalists here on this stage will take the title of champion of SIMPIC 2026.
That is right. And right now we are nearing towards the end of scenario 6, which means we just have 1 scenario left.
Yes, indeed, Saint. There are 7 scenarios in total, aren't there? So, I think
that is right.
We shall resume the timer, and you have 7 seconds left. BU01 starting right now. And time's up. All right, I'm not sure if they have... Unfortunately, time is up. I think there's a slight technical issue. We shall wait for a little while. I think there was an issue in submitting the answers.
That is right.
All right, it seems... You know, while everyone is discussing this technical issue, I've been thinking the graphics of this SIMPIC competition is really beautiful, isn't it? Look at these sideboards. There's even moving graphics. I wonder who made these things.
That's right. We have a very talented graphic team behind us. As you can see here, we decided to incorporate some Thai elements into it as well as implementing some bacteria graphic into
Is that
it.
our blood? Does that mean there are Thai elements in our blood? I don't know. We are in Thailand after all.
And another thing that is pretty cute is the fact that our mascot is a cat or a Siamese
Yes,
cat.
indeed. You can see it right here down from the stage. Our very cute mascot of the cat. I wonder if it has a name.
And they are here cheering on the delegates side by side. As you can see here, we even have 2 of the little cats up here on stage.
Oh, that is one on stage here too as well. They're making a thumbs up sign. It seems that they're saying the delegates are doing a great job. What's that cat doing, Sane?
The cat right here, I believe it's putting its paws together. I'm not sure what pose. I believe it could be doing the Thai pose of Sawaddi.
Oh, Oh, I see. And to everyone, whether be it from Thailand or from other countries, I would like to say again, สวัสดีค่ะ
That is right.
All right, it may take a little while before we are able to continue this competition. I think BUA01 is experiencing
All
some
right.
technical
It seems
difficulties.
BU01 is going to be writing your answers again. And they
All
have
right.
7
And
seconds
yes,
starting right now. All right. They have given
And
their answers.
BU01 has submitted it manually. Let's wait for a little while for this to be processed.
That is right.
Let's wait for the judge's decision. All right, so let's hang on tight.
All right. Should we take a look at the answer key?
All right, let's take a look.
All right. Okay, here it is. So they have answered soil with bat
bat
droppings.
What do you think? Should it be correct? Congratulations, it's correct.
Congratulations to BU01 for
That
this
is
correct
right.
answer.
Congratulations to
Alright.
BU01 once again.
All right,
All
then we
right.
shall proceed.
To the
Correct
answer key.
answers. Question 1, Histoplasma capsulatum. Question 2, dimorphic fungus. Question 3, soil enriched with bats or bats excreta. All right, if any team would like to challenge to this answer key, please do so by pressing the buzzer in front of you. It seems not.
All right. It seems they do not want to challenge or
And we shall proceed into
the scoreboard.
And it's up. I see some changes in the last digit.
Wow.
And what is that? We can see a little bit of the score.
Yeah, it seems to be a little glitch. All right, so we do not know the definitive scores of these teams, but nevertheless, we will be moving on to the last scenario.
Scenario number 7.
7.
Please have it on the screen, staff.
All right. A friendly reminder that this is the last scenario of the SIMPIC competition.
Yes, indeed, Sane. And there are no special items left.
That is right. Every team has used up their special items, so they may no longer use it. With that being said, let's take a look at the sheaf information. A 30-year-old man from India presented with prolonged fever.
Since there are no special items left to use, we shall skip that part and proceed into the sub-questions.
1. What is the infective stage of this organism? 2. Which culture medium is considered the gold standard for primary isolation of this organism from clinical specimens? And 3. What is the diagnosis? And the timer for this scenario starts right now.
One minute and 30 seconds remaining. Uh-oh, it looks like a team has submitted the answer, and I wonder who it is.
All
It
right.
is BU01.
Let's wait for the judge's decision.
The answers for sub-question 1 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is wrong.
All right, it is quite unfortunate, but since there are still 3 questions left unanswered, we shall be resuming the scenario, and the timer shall resume starting now.
1 minute remaining.
Uh-oh, it looks like someone has submitted the answer again, and it is...
BU02 with all 3 answers. Let's wait for the judge's evaluation.
Let's hang on tight for a little while. It is the last scenario after all, saying to think that the SIMPIC competition has come all this way to, it's almost the end of the competition. It makes me so sentimental to reach this moment right here.
That is right. I'm sure all the delegates don't want this competition to end as it has been an incredible journey.
All right, let's see what the judges have to say.
The answers for sub-question 1 is correct. The answers for sub-question 2 is wrong. The answers for sub-question 3 is correct.
Congratulations!
All right, congratulations, BU02!
That is right. And since we still have 1 question left unanswered,
we shall be resuming the timer starting now. Oh, it looks like the last team has submitted the answer.
that is right. Let's take a look. All right, and it is CU02. Let's wait for the judge's decision.
The answers for sub-question 2 is correct.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
All right, congratulations to team CU02.
And that is the end of the last sub-round.
That is right. Let us now take a look at the answer key.
Indeed.
All right, number 1, Promastigote. 2, Novi McNeil Nicole medium or NNN medium. And 3, Visceral Leishmaniasis.
All right, if any team would like to challenge, please do so now by pressing the buzzer in front of you. And if not, we shall see the long-awaited scoreboard. All right, it should be up any time now.
All right, the scoreboard for the last scenario is here.
All right, I am not sure what the score is, since we only see the last digit, since it was infected after all.
That is right. I mean, we are not sure about what each of these teams have scored from each of these rounds.
All right. With that being said, it is come to the end of
That
the
is
last
right.
round.
The
Isn't that
last
right?
scenario number 7, has brought forth the closure of sub-round 4.4.
Yes, indeed, Sane.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of the final round, we pause not only at the finish of a competition, but at a moment shaped by effort, perseverance, and purpose. Every team here has faced challenges with courage, transformed knowledge into understanding, and shown what it means to pursue excellence with integrity.
While the final results are still being carefully reviewed, we have pleasant news about the scores that everyone is looking forward to. Thanks to everyone's hard work, the SIMPIC team can now obtain new treatments for the pathogen. Therefore, we can retrieve the scoreboard and announce in no time. The estimated announcement would be during the closing ceremony. What a coincidence! Thus, meanwhile, please be relaxed and enjoy as the end of the SIMPIC 2026 journey is coming near. Thank you for the dedication you have all brought to this wonderful moment.
All right, and please remain with us as we prepare for the closing ceremony.
Thank you.